Hey everybody, like I promised in my video about uncommon PS3 titles, now comes the complete collection video. I just hit 500 games on my PS3 collection. It's my biggest collection by far. I'm actually at 502 now. Plus some variants. So they go all the way down there. There are more there. Some collector's editions and stuff. So yeah, let's go through all this. I'll get a bit closer now. The only thing that's not PS3 on this shelf is that Atari 2600 there. That's my PS3 that I got a couple years ago. This was my first one with Heavy Rain, the first game in my PS3 collection. Assassin's Creed 2 White Edition, which I got in a store like a few years ago, sealed. I opened it, but it was like 20 euros and I had like 20 of them. Infamous 2 Hero Edition, Resistance 3 Survivor Edition. With these big collector's editions and stuff, if it's the only copy of the game I have, I put it just here with the regular games, just so I can pull it whenever I want to play it, so I don't have to open these huge boxes every time or dig through these. So now for the regular games, I'm just going through these, and I haven't played all of them. I've played a lot, but not all of them. So yeah, All Pro Football, that's a North American exclusive. Assassin's Creed series, I really liked the first one, but I like the second one better than the Brotherhood one. I played through that one, but it just was more of the same really, and not that great in my opinion. Band Hero, the worst of the bunch. Batman, I played a little bit. I see why people really like it. I just didn't get into it as much. Battlefield series, these games are all great. They all have their positives and some negatives. Bayonetta, not bad. The Bigs 2, this is another NTSC exclusive one. Bionic Commando, one of my first games on the PS3. Love that game. It's phenomenal. It's so much fun. Bioshock games, these are great. First one is the best. Body Count, this is a terrible game. I played for like a half hour and it was horrible. Not all like these Borderlands 1 and 2. I played through Borderlands 1 and this was phenomenal, and Borderlands 2 was great too, but I didn't play completely through that one. Brink was fun. Bulletstorm was amazing. This was one of only 2 games that I ever pre-ordered for the PS3. It was insane, just insane. Burnout Paradise, Ultimate Box, fantastic. Okay, going down here, there's a game missing here, Cabela's Adventure Camp, but got a whole bunch of Cabela games. Some of these were only released in North America. Then some Call of Duty games, Call of Duty 5 through 8, basically. I know they stopped using numbers for them. Call of Duty's Bound in Blood, this is a fantastic first-person shooter. The cartel is terrible. I always wonder what happened there, because Bound in Blood was released like 3 years earlier and looks better than the cartel. So I don't really know what happened there. Championship Jockey. Child of Eden, this is a pretty interesting game actually. Pretty fun. Colin McRae, Dirt 2 is a really good racing game. Some dancing games. Dark Void, this is probably the worst Capcom game I've ever played. It's not terrible, it's just not that good. Some Dead games, Demon Souls, Dirt 3. I played a little bit of this. I like Dirt 2 better. Okay, on here, some Sing It games, still missing the Family Hits one. DJ Heroes, love these games. Platinum both of them. Some just random games. Elder Scrolls 4 and 5. This one, Winter Stars. This is actually a pretty fun game. All these winter sport games are actually quite fun in my opinion. Fallout games. Fallout 3 is a great game. Far Cry 2, a lot of people don't like this one, but I really enjoyed it. Of course, the driving is kind of annoying because you have to really drive everywhere just to make a mission. The driving often is longer than the mission itself. Bunch of FIFAs. Of course I haven't played all of them. I played FIFA 09 a lot. Yep. Okay. Coming down here. Fritz Chess. Fuel. This is one I never understood. As you can see on the spine, the title is facing the wrong way, and it's the only PS3 game I've ever seen where the title is facing the wrong way, and it looks absolutely awful on the shelf. Game of Thrones. G1 Jockey, this is a recent edition, kind of an uncommon one. Germany's Next Top Model is a German exclusive. God of War Collection, amazing. Some Gran Turismo 5. Actually, there's in between here. There's a Grease Dance missing, which is currently at a friend's place. Green Lantern was actually a pretty fun game. One of the few movie games that was actually quite good. Couple Guitar Heroes, Hail to the Chimp. There's Heavy Rain, the first game in the collection. Homefront. I absolutely loved this game. It was so much fun. Played like 100+ hours online. EQ and Shadow of the Colossus. This is not a retail copy. This is a not for resale copy. Some 007 games. Quantum of Solace was actually a quite fun game. As was Just Cause 2. This is just pure mayhem. Ken and Lynch. Ken and Lynch 2 Dark Days. A lot of people didn't like this game either, but I really enjoyed it. I really like the style of that one. L.A. Noire, another really great game. Lego Star Wars 3 is another recent one. Lost Planet 2, this is also a really fun game. Madden 07, this was not released in Europe, so this is the US copy. So, got all the Maddens up until 11. Mag, played a lot of Mag. It's just pure insanity. Unfortunately, it doesn't play that well today because you know, getting 256 people to play this game now is not necessarily easy. Medal of Honor, a game I really liked actually. I haven't played Warfighter yet. Some Metal Gear Solids. Mirror's Edge, of course. Don't have to say much about Mirror's Edge. It's just a legendary game. Some more MLBs, Mortal Kombat, Mortal Storm games. These are all just fantastic games. I think I like Pacific Rift the most. Some, more sports games. Whole bunch of NBA games. NCAA games. These are all NTSC exclusive, of course. Need for Speed games. Hot Pursuit being my favorite. It's a phenomenal game. I really loved Hot Pursuit 2 on the PS2 and all the other consoles. That was a great game, but this one is just it's superb. NHL games, NHL 2K and the EA series. More EA NHL games here. You know, Cooney. Yeah, Pro Evolution Soccer, Prototypes. Pure is a very fun racing game. This was actually published by Disney. Quantum Theory, it's it's kind of a weird, very weird story. Ratchet & Clank games, of course, these are all just, they are mind-blowing games. Red Dead Redemption was great. The Red Faction games, these were both pretty damn good. I really liked Guerrilla. It's just a huge world, and even though it's basically all red, it's actually quite fun to drive through this world, and the destruction is just crazy. And it was actually a very fun online game as well. Red Faction Armageddon was not as good, but still very fun. Resistance games, Risen, of course, Rock Band. Rock Band 3 is probably my most played game of all time. More Rock Bands. Of course, these you could put like Green Day Rock Band should be at the G's, but I just put all the Rock Bands together. Saboteur, this is a great game. All the Saints Rose, SPK Generations. I'm really not a fan of racing simulators, but this one is phenomenal. I haven't played another SPK game yet, but I assume they are similar, so SPK, oh yeah, that's good. This is the Mega Drive Ultimate Collection, also known as the Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection in North America. The Shoot, this is actually a pretty fun PlayStation Move game. A few Singsters, not a whole lot. Yeah. Skate games. There's a bunch of random stuff. Soldier of Fortune Payback. I haven't played some of these. Sports Champions I have played. This is actually a pretty fun game. The Force Unleashed I played a little bit of. I didn't like it that much. Stranglehold I played on the PC before I got the PS3 actually. It's kinda good, I guess. Okay, Terminator, I played that one. That's a pretty crappy game. As is Thor. Well, Thor is actually somewhat fun and enjoyable. Whole bunch of Tiger Woods games. I haven't played any of those. Time Crisis 4 is another more recent one that I got. Tomb Raider games. All the Tom Clancy games. These are all 10 Tom Clancy games that are released so far. And here I have some room to expand. And we'll get to the right. This is a continuation of the games. Just, you know, a whole bunch of random stuff. I played a little bit of Two Worlds 2. I couldn't really get into it. Uncharted series is great. The second one is easily in my top 5 favorite PlayStation 3 games. The first one is really good as well. But the second one is just, it's absolutely amazing. The third one I have played a little bit of, but I just, you know, it kind of was an old thing. I didn't see anything all that new, so I have played like an hour or two of that one. Vancouver 2010, this is the only game in my collection that doesn't have a manual. Of course, some games didn't come with a manual originally, but this one did, and I don't have the manual for that one. Vanquish, This is a pretty good game. Virtua Tennis 2009, which is in the middle of these because this was released after Virtua Tennis 3, but before Virtua Tennis 4. So, Walking Dead, Wanted. It's a pretty shitty game actually. Space Marines. That's a fun game. Wet. This is an amazing game. The soundtrack on that is so awesome and so fitting. More winter sports games. I actually enjoyed them, like I said before. Wipeout HD Fury. This is a phenomenal racing game. A lot better than the Wipeouts on the PS2 and the PSP, in my opinion. World of Outlaws Sprint Cars. This is a pretty monotone racing game. And wrestling games, and at the end you use that too. That's the last of the regular games. Then we have some like bigger boxed ones. I have some of the standard editions for these, like the Modern Warfare 2, but for the two Blaze Blues, this is the only version I have of these games, as a Hitman Absolution and these three. The Lego Harry Potter Collector's Edition, Mafia 2, and Star Wars Force Unleashed 2. This is the one that comes with the USB stick. And this, these are all my variants except for these. These are promo copies in official like promo cases. So this is Max Payne 3. Then we have Spec Ops: The Line and Starhawk. This is my only Japanese game, Time Leap. And these are my variants. So these are like real releases with like DLCs on disc. So we have the well, this actually isn't, but this is the Battlefield 3 Limited Edition. This is the Bioshock Rapture Edition, with which has Bioshock 1 and 2 plus all the DLCs. Borderlands Game of the Year, Dead Island Game of the Year, Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. Actually, I have 3 copies of Deus Ex. I have the regular version, this one, and then I have the limited edition one. Dirt 3 Complete Edition, Fallout 3 Game of the Year, Killzone 3. This is the one actually that goes into the Helgest edition, but you know, I'm not. I would have to like demontage this whole setup just to get to this Helgest edition, and I'm not going to do that. Resistance 3. This goes in the Survivor edition actually as well. Mafia 2. This is the Platinum edition, but this has 2 of the DLCs on the disc, so it's different than the original release. And these 4 are region variants with different trophy sets. So the Family Game Night 4 US version, Racket Sports US version. This actually has a different cover. Skate 2. This is the non-German version. The German version of this game had to be altered because one of the clothing brands in the original version had the Blitz S in the name, and for German games that and like the swastika is an absolute no-go and have to be cut out. So that's actually also why the German version has a different trophy set. It's kind of dumb, but you know, whatever. And the Sonic Ultimate Genesis Collection, also US. And going down here quickly through these like big boxed games. Well, first, this is the keyboard for Rock Band 3. Have the U-Draw with the Instant Artist, I think is the game called. What's the game called? EA Sports Active 2. Eye of Judgment. This is actually unopened. I got this one sealed like for €5 years ago. I opened the seal and I wanted to open this to get the game out and to put it on the shelf, but I didn't really figure out how to open this box without ripping it apart, so I just never opened it. This one, of course, comes with like the camera and the stand and the mat and the cards. The Helgest edition, which I got also years ago when I moved to Berlin, for like 49 euros, and that was like when this game was actually kind of new. This is the Disney Sing It Pop Party, which comes with the microphones. Skylanders starter set. This is the first Skylanders game. The Wonder Book. This is the first Wonder Book game. Of course, there are a few more now. The sharpshooter gun in the box, and there's some more here. The Tony Hawk Ride, the Fallout 3 like lunchbox edition, the Dance Dance Revolution moves with the dance mat. This is the Tekken Hybrid. This is an Uncharted 3 bundle that comes with a headset, which I bought just at a store. I'm not sure if this was only released in Germany. If you know, let me know. The UFC trainer with the like knee band. The Two Worlds 2 Royal Edition, I think. This is the American Collector's Edition for Resident Evil 5. This Collector's Edition was not released in Europe. This was only released in Europe with the Lots of Shadow Limited Collector's Edition that comes with like the little mask. The reason I don't have this on the shelf is because this whole thing is basically one big case with the games in. The Start the Party Move starter set, Street Fighter 4 Collector's Edition, Brotherhood Codex Edition, the Lord of the Rings War in the North Collector's Edition, Little Black Planet, like little bobblehead figure, the Call of Furors, the Cartel box, and behind here, this is the Duke Nukem Balls of Steel. And these plain brown boxes, actually, these are shipping boxes for PlayStation Network 20 euro cards for the German store, which a friend of mine sent me for free. So when I got them, the cases were like without inserts, so they're all just plain cases. I just still had some of the regular cases, so just put them in here, and yeah, there's another one down here. So these aren't really worth anything, but just something that everybody has. So yeah, that is my PS3 collection. 502 games plus variants. Still going, hoping to get the full set in like a couple years. We'll see. So until the next video, goodbye.